All right, here's what we're doing today. I've got these LED lights. They're on right now just so you can see them a little bit better. I've got one on each side. There's another video on installing those and the wiring and everything. But I want these to work with my high beams so I don't have to use the independent switch. I'll show you where the independent switch is currently. It's right there above my pedal controller, but throttle controller. But anyway, yeah, so I have to turn it on and off with this button. It's super janky. You see a car coming or something like that, and you have to reach up there. So it's really not convenient. You risk high beaming people with it. I really don't like when people drive with their off-road lights on when I'm approaching them. So I want to tap into the bright switch so that it comes on and off with my bright lights, and that will also work with you know, you've got the camera up there that does your bright lights automatically, so it should work together with them. So I'll show you how I want to do that. So here's the current wiring setup for those LEDs. It gets the power here from the battery. There's the ground, and then one set of wires goes up through here, up to that switch that's under the dash. If you need to know how to route wires through your firewall, I do have a separate video of that on the Ranger playlist. Just check that out, how I got it through the firewall. But what I plan on doing is coming down here and tapping off of the bright light power wire, and then using this relay kit that I got on Amazon. And we'll make a relay that controls the aftermarket lights, and then they should toggle on and off with the bright lights. So we'll go from there. All right, I have verified that the bright light is the one on the inside. So I've taken that bulb out. That's the LED aftermarket one I put in. Also another video on that. Here's the connector here. There's the plus side right there, so it's the gray wire. So I believe I'm going to tap into that gray wire, and we'll go from there. All right, so the pack came with two of everything. So 2 fuse holders. I'll get to those in a minute. And then here's our wiring harness for our relay, and then the relay just plugs right into the top of it like that. So I got to look up the wiring diagram for this so we know which wire to go to what, and then we'll go from there. All right, here's the pinout. I found this picture on the Amazon link. You'll see the link in the description. But there's the pinout for you. Go ahead and screen capture that if you need to. That tells you where the landings are. And this is exactly how I wired it in my truck so that I know it works. Place for now. But we've got, I just reused the old fuse holder that I already had in the harness. I just cut it, tapped it back in. So we've got that going to our red for our power on the relay. We've got all of our grounds tied together. So the ground coming from the battery to the ground on the relay, and then the 2 grounds, there's 2 wires, one goes to each light, so those grounds are all tied together. And then the yellow one is not used. The white one is the one going to the power wire that we tied into our high beams, and then the blue one is the power going out to the lights. Okay, so there's our high beams on. You can't tell because it's broad daylight. Yep, there they are. High beams are on. And look at that, both of my little lights are on too, so it works. Just to be doubly sure, let's go and turn the high beams off. High beams are now off, and accessory lights are off too. That is so cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and solder everything and make it look all pretty, zip tie it, probably mount the relay somewhere, and then we're all set. All right, everything's all buttoned up nice and tidy. Got a nice little wiring harness made here. And then I'm going to go down to that battery box bolt right there. I'm going to put this relay on top of there. And then I've got a nut that I found that matches it. And we'll bolt it in place so it's nice and secure, and we'll be done. All right, there she is, all bolted in, very secure. All the wiring looks nice and tidy. I'm happy with it. Could not be happier with this solution. I hope this helps y'all. All right, so we're out here at night. Right now the regular headlights are on. And there's the bright lights. One more time. Yep, there we go. So the bright lights come on and the off-road lights come on with them. And it looks really good. Yeah, love it. It works perfectly. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.